Welcome back to SKOL News. Mom Jay, I'm here to talk a little bit about the trade deadline has come and gone, and I really love two things that happened today for the Vikings. So first of all, let's get to the elephant in the room, guys. TJ Hockenson is now a Minnesota Vikings. Irv Smith's injury was way more serious than I was thinking yesterday. He's out for 8 to 10 weeks. He's been put on IR. I like Irv, but Irv is not the type of tight end that TJ Hockenson is. TJ Hockenson is from that Kittle type of tight end where he will block, he can receive. I'm really excited. The Vikings get Hockenson and a 2023 fourth round pick and a conditional 2024 fourth round pick. The Lions get 2023 second round pick and a 2024 third round pick. So we swapped two picks to pick up TJ Hockenson. Also, don't forget that third round pick that we're giving up in 2024. The Vikings will still have a third round pick, if not more than one, because this guarantees Irv Smith's going to walk in the offseason. And Alexander Mattison is not going to be back with the Vikings next year. So they should pick up at least one conditional third round pick for one of those guys and another conditional pick for the other guy, which could be up to a third. I'm guessing Alexander Mattison should net us a decent compensatory pick because of he's going to start somewhere. He's going to get a lot of playing time. Irv Smith could also do that. So it's not like the Vikings won't have a third round pick in 2024. They will. So really what it comes down to is you traded two picks to give up your second. So we go from second to fourth in second round to fourth round in next year's draft, which with the seeding, if the season ended today, is only like a 38 pick difference because the Lions will be picking so high in the fourth round that we'll miss, and we'll be picking so late in the second round that it's like a 35, 38 pick difference for the trade right now. Looking good. I know there's a ass clown over at PFF who I've been going back and forth with on Twitter named Sam Munson, who graded this trade a push with no winner. So the Vikings get a top tight end who's going to come in, be able to block so he can help in the run game with Dalvin Cook and Alexander Mattison. And he can catch, and he is the highest rated receptions per his targets of anybody over 15 targets. So I don't get where they're saying that nobody won this trade. That's the shit that gets me with PFF. Where do you come up with this stuff? And they try to tell you that, oh, Hockenson's not even a top 10 tight end. In Detroit, he's not. He's going to come into the Vikings under Kevin O'Connell, and they're going to figure out ways to get him the ball, to get him open, use him down the middle of the field. He is going to open up JJ and the rest of those receivers because good luck now trying to double JJ and Hockenson. Then it leaves Thielen open, it leaves KJ open, Delvin out the backfield. This creates a lot of options for the Vikings offense. So I don't understand how PFF comes up with their grading sometimes. It's just confusing. And then when you ask them, they just tell you he's not even a top 10 tight end. Well, where do you get that from? Show me the numbers then. You're Pro Football Focus. Show me the numbers. I think this is a great pickup. I didn't even see this coming when we were talking about people that the Vikings should go after. Like I said at the end of the last video, if it's somebody who helps the team, doesn't mortgage the future, go get them. Get it done. TJ Hockenson is a great addition for the Vikings. A great addition. A pass catcher who can block in this offense. I don't get where the argument is that the Vikings didn't steal him for pennies on the dollar. He's the 8th overall pick in his draft. And he's been putting up good numbers on the Detroit Lions. The Lions are freaking awful. Awful. I'd be surprised if Dan Campbell still has a job after this season. So Claypool, the Vikings don't get Claypool. He ends up going over to the Bears for a second rounder, which I get in theory is good for the Bears. Yeah, you got a receiver. He didn't like playing with Mason Rudolph. He didn't like playing with Kenny Pickett. You think he's going to like playing with Justin Fields? It's like a year and a half rental because I don't think he resigns for a second round pick. So whatever. I have no idea what's going over in Chicago with their front office, but I'm really glad we have Kwesi did not end up with Ryan Poles because it seems like they don't really know what they're doing. They're getting rid of their best players, bringing in a young receiver who's not going to stay most likely. Just not sure what's going on in Chicago. That's a benefit for the Bears. So really excited about TJ Hockenson. I think he's going to be a great addition to this Vikings team. I can't wait for them to get him in, get him up to speed with KO's offense, and get to work. It's exciting. They're not that. It's not like they're really hurting at tight end now that they brought in Hockenson because Johnny Munt's been playing okay. I mean, he's Johnny Munt. What do you expect from him? He's not, Kelsey. And Muse should be ready to go off that injury anytime soon. So they should be fine at the tight end position. And Hawkinson's cheap this year, and he's only $9 million next year. Cap's going up. They're going to restructure. If Cousins keeps playing the way he is, they're definitely going to extend Cousins to free up more money because I think the reason they gave him the new deal was because this new regime wanted to see is Cousins the guy for this system? Can we win with him? And I think Kirk is proving absolutely. So I think they extend Cousins. And as sad as it sounds, he's a Vikings favorite. You could always let CJ Ham walk because Hockenson could be that H-back that comes in and plays tight end at times, kind of like Aaron Hernandez. All right, my bad. I had to go there. I don't know why. So I think it was a great deal for the Vikings. But what really excites me on top of that is something the Vikings did not do. Sometimes your best move is not making a move, maybe, but we kept Alexander Mattison, which I think is freaking huge for this Vikings team. I said it before. He is a huge part of this offense. He is our big back. He's our go put your head down, get me those 3 yards. And if you watch, when he goes to get those 3 yards, he picks you up 12 and a touchdown. I think that if the Vikings would have traded Mattison, it would have been a future move completely 100% and would have hurt the team for this year. So I'm really excited that they decided to keep Alexander. I love the addition of TJ Hockenson. I think the Vikings are moving in the right direction. You picked up a guy who's still on his rookie contract. He's got his 5th-year option next year. You got time to make some moves. You extend him. You spread out the money. 2024, that huge TV money's coming in. Cap's going to skyrocket. The Vikings should be all right moving forward. They might have to play a little bit of cap gymnastics next year again, but with the TV money skyrocketing in 2024, they're looking really good. And this team right now is a contender who added a monster to that offense. Maybe it's time to go pick up the phone and call Ndamukong Suh and be like, bro, vet min, come on in. OBJ, what can we do? Come on in. Let's make this push. Let's make this run. Add any piece to the puzzle. As long as you don't mortgage the future to help us win now, I am all for it. Shout out Kwesi. And once again, shout out to King in the North, Kevin O'Connell, changing the culture for Minnesota. Sad day. I wanted to leave this to the end. Rest in paradise, Adam Zimmer. I do not know exactly what happened, but Adam Zimmer was found dead yesterday at like 1 p.m. My heart breaks for that family. Not only did Mike lose his wife, now his son, their daughter's dealing with this. I'm really sorry. You once a Viking, always a Viking. It really saddened me this morning when I woke up and saw the news about Adam Zimmer. R.I.P., dude. Rest in paradise, my guy. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Go over and hit that subscribe button. One world, one love. Deuces.